Hey everyone, let's talk about something I think we all feel. It's this constant battle, right? This push to always be on, always be productive, versus this deep, deep need we have for some real, genuine peace. It's a struggle that kind of defines our lives now, and it leads to a pretty important question.
I mean, does this just hit a little too close to home? Your calendar is jammed, your phone is buzzing nonstop, but inside, you've got this nagging feeling that something really important is just missing? Yeah. If that sounds familiar, you are definitely not the only one.
So, okay, what's the deal with this? What's at the root of this feeling? Well, to figure that out, we've got to first take a hard look at the world we're all swimming in, what you could call the age of overload.
Just think about your day for a second. It's basically a landscape of endless notifications, pings, and digital demands, isn't it? The source material for this explainer really zeroes in on this environment, this world of screens and constant noise as the main thing driving our anxiety. We're just caught up in a culture that never ever stops.
So, what do? How in the world do we fight back against this constant pressure? Well, the solution being proposed is, it's really old, but in today's world, it feels surprisingly radical. So this idea comes from a book called Stop in the Name of God by Charlie Kirk. And what he argues is that the answer we're looking for, it isn't some new productivity app or some clever life hack. Nope, it's a practice that's literally been around for thousands of years. And that ancient solution is the Sabbath. But wait, this isn't just about, taking a day off from work. The book frames it as something much more intentional. It's a conscious choice to unplug from all the noise, to actually recharge your batteries, and to reconnect with the things that truly matter, your faith, your family, and even yourself. And this is where the book completely reframes the whole idea. See, the Sabbath isn't just a passive little break, it's an active rebellion. In a culture that basically worships being busy, choosing to intentionally stop, well, that's a radical act of resistance. It's a powerful statement against that constant demand to always be doing more. So what happens when you actually commit to this radical act? What's the payoff? Well, beyond just feeling rested, the book argues there are some really tangible benefits that show you the true power of the Sabbath. The book makes the case that this practice leads to a pretty profound transformation. You're not losing a day of getting things done, you're gaining the space you need to restore your balance. This intentional pause helps knock down your anxiety, it helps you build real connections, and it cultivates this sense of peace and just being present that the rest of the week seems designed to destroy. And wow, this just lays it out perfectly. Look at the contrast here. On one side, you've got our default modern life. Constant noise, digital distractions, and that feeling of anxious urgency. And on the other side, the Sabbath offers the perfect antidote. Peace, genuine human connection, and a restored sense of balance. It's a pretty clear choice between two completely different ways of living, right? Which brings us to the ultimate point here. This is about more than just coping. How can this ancient practice help us actually reclaim our lives? The book uses this really powerful metaphor for the practice. The Sabbath isn't a luxury. It's not some simple break you take if you can afford it. In our crazy, overloaded world, it's an essential tool for survival. It's a lifeline you grab onto each week to pull yourself out of the chaotic current of modern life. And this last point just ties it all together beautifully. That lifeline isn't just to keep you from drowning. It's there so you can actively pull yourself toward what truly matters. It's about recentering your entire life around the people and the values that actually give it meaning, instead of just letting your time get eaten up by things that feel urgent but aren't really important. And so we end on this question, for you to think about. When you look at your own life, what are the things that truly matter? And in a world that is always pulling at your attention, how are you going to intentionally make the time and space for them? It's a powerful question to reflect on. The link to this book is in the video description.